Hi, and welcome to Morning Coffee with the Passionate Homeschooler. I'm Deanna, and today I want to talk to you about an article that I read in the October 2020 edition of Smithsonian Magazine. And this is an article that I was fascinated by, particularly because it touches something that's very close to me, and that is quiet. I love being in quiet. I have to work when it's quiet. I can't even really listen to music while I'm working. I'm just one of those people that appreciates a quiet environment. And this article was talking about the last quiet places. It was written by a photographer and journalist named Pete McBride about his experiences going to very remote locations to document them for various different assignments. And he would find that there was just no modern or human-made noises. Now, of course, there's going to be the rush of the wind or maybe some flowing water. You'll hear animals scurrying or possibly insects, but there isn't noise from cars driving by or jets or television or video games or nothing like that. It's just natural silence. And so he started thinking about how these places are becoming rarer on Earth. And I don't want this to come across that I'm against progress and technology, because I'm not at all. I'm just always impressed by the technological developments that humans have been able to do over particularly the last 100 years. And so what I like about quiet is that it gives you time to just kind of be and relax. And there have been studies done on human sort of physiological responses to noise versus quiet. And what they found is that if you tend to be anxious, suffer from depression, even have high blood pressure or insomnia, having some time where it's quiet or quieter can really be beneficial to your health. But what I think is more important, and what I think is extremely important for parents to ensure that kids get a chance to do, is to have some quiet time to be alone with their own thoughts. Now, this is something that maybe we don't even think about. But if we're always getting information, or we're getting, sort of picking up our phones or our video game, and we're constantly stimulated, we never have time to just sit and reflect in our own thoughts. And this is very important, particularly for child development, because it's in these moments where kids have an opportunity to really just think things out on their own without having anybody else's opinion, without having anyone talking to them or reading something on social media. They get to formulate their own ideas. And this is what makes a kid an individual, makes them someone who can think on their own, who can really start reasoning and coming up with analytical tools that they're going to need in order to make their own decisions throughout their life. Now, there's always a lot of talk about critical thinking and teaching critical thinking, but this may be the one key that really allows kids to develop those skills. Because what it does when they're just in quiet, and maybe it's going and taking a nature walk where you just ask them to, just be quiet, listen to the sounds. And that allows your brain to start thinking, and maybe your mind starts to wander. And it's these moments where you really start formulating ideas on your own. And that, I think, is something that is definitely missing in the modern world, particularly for kids, because they are always being stimulated. They wake up in the morning, they go to school, even homeschool kids will wake up. Now, the homeschool families that I know and that I've worked with, they tend to spend a lot more time in nature and allowing kids some quiet time, which is wonderful. But if that isn't something that you've incorporated, I think it's something that you should think about incorporating. So it's not even 30 minutes or however many minutes reading a book. It's just thinking, just being quiet. Maybe you can have them write down some of their ideas. But going on nature walks and being outdoors is a really good way to start training them to just be alone in their own thoughts. You can have them listen for insects or animals, but maybe just kind of say, we're going to take a walk, but we're really not going to talk. We're just going to be left alone in our thoughts and see where those take us. And then afterwards, you can have a discussion about what everybody was thinking about. That's a great way to get kids to be comfortable then sharing their ideas. But the importance of quiet is, I think, one of the most underrated things in the modern world. And this article just made me so happy that the Smithsonian Magazine published it, obviously aware that this is an important thing. So one thing that made me so happy when I saw this article is that there are other people that appreciate the idea of quiet. Thanks for watching. If you're enjoying our videos, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel. I'm off to have some quiet time and think about just things that I need to get done on the week ahead. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.